Now this gets me really excited because I wanted to spend a ton of time just figuring out how can I have the most amount of options for this pedal board. And in this case, I've got my guitar going into the input of the HX Stomp, and then out from the effects loop to my drive section over here, hitting the front of the Tone-X, and then the Tone-X is going back in through the effects loop, and then I've got most of my wet effects going out of the output of my HX Stomp. Now, one question that I get asked all of the time is just about the difference between your Tone-X hitting the input of the HX Stomp versus the effects loop. I'll make a much more detailed video kind of talking about the differences between the two, but in my opinion, the effects loop does color the sound, and I've noticed a difference, especially with like fuzz pedals, on the way that it reacts. But then other than that, it's phenomenal. And the reason I kind of opted for this is if we look at my HX Stomp, what I actually have here is my effects loop in the middle, and then I've got my compressor, I've got a chorus and a trem pedal before my overdrive section and then the Tone-X. And then the great thing about this is I can actually take this, and if I wanted to move this anywhere else in my signal chain, I'd have the ability to do that. So for some of my presets, if I want to set it up in a way that I've got my wet effects or maybe a wet effect before my amp and then some after, I can do that with this rig. And that's really why I love this. I think it's just so cool how flexible and versatile it is.